Sound checking, sound check. Hi, I'm gonna make another devlog today. A while back I drew some gross hanging goo. Today, I've decided to start implementing it into the game engine. We're gonna go to the scene tab. Here you can see some of the gross goo. This looks kind of like a spider web kind of a thing. You can see they kind of have this parallax effect, which you know, they move faster because they're at the front of the screen. Here I've got all of my gross goo. Let's do this big hanging arch thing. I just think that thing looks awesome. Bring that over here. I need to put that in the correct spot. I'm not sure how I want to deal with that. You know, if it is in the foreground, maybe it needs to not be coming from behind the shelf. That wouldn't make any sense. So actually, I think I want it to be up like this. Maybe it's hanging from like the fridge door or something. And so it's in the front of the camera, but it is not in the same horizontal plane as Carl. You'll also notice that these have a certain color to them. And in art and in painting, things that are closer to your eye tend to be darker, and they tend to be more saturated. And things that are farther away tend to be lighter and less saturated, which is why certain things in this game are dark and other things are light. I'm gonna sample that color there. Ooh, that's dark. Maybe too dark. That was really dark. We'll see what it looks like. It might actually end up looking pretty cool. And that might be all we have to do, but we don't really know until we give it a try. I've actually gotten pretty good at this level. I said as I fell. All right, there's the hanging goo. It's in the foreground. It actually looks pretty damn good. Oh wow, restart for important security updates. This is not actually a very good spot for this hanging goo because I'm trying to get to this platform right here. But this thing's like visually in my way. I think there's probably plugins that allow you to do that, but I frankly don't trust myself. Die. It is so satisfying punching those guys. I love it. Hopefully, if it's satisfying to me, it'll be satisfying for you when you play the game. It's not ideal. It doesn't, like, when I get to the very ends, this is kind of, it must be very popular right now. It's just generally not a good idea to have things like barely touching or like almost touching. You want things to be overlapping or have space. That's just good design practice generally. So I might just move it over like this. And that's actually not a bad spot for it because it's, you know, not really visually interrupting anything. Bug. You'll see how like, wow, it's like way off the screen. Like it doesn't even look like it's in the right spot. But it is. Woo! Ghosty. You got gas, buddy. That's some stinky gas. Holy cow. That's distracting. Whew. Right in the middle of the devlog, I can just smell dog farts. That's fun. That looks like nowhere near where I thought it was gonna be. What do you know? All right, cool. Sometimes I get carried away and I just like play my own game. I think that's a good sign. What do you think? I think that's a good sign. Let's make this goo booger all prefab. This taking your time to make art is one thing, and then taking your time to position it in the level is entirely another thing entirely. And learning English and being able to speak clearly on camera while people are listening is yet another entirely different thing. It is huge. It's a huge booger. This is a good example of parallax in motion. If you look at the Coca-Cola, there's like a row of them. They're like in a row in the fridge. If I move the character, you can kind of see how they create this illusion of depth. So there you have it. Please do consider, man, lots of text today. I'm just the most popular guy. I normally don't get this many texts. It's crazy. So if you enjoyed this little insight into me making a game about a cockroach that gets stuck inside a refrigerator, please do consider supporting the game over on Patreon. It means a lot to me. If you already are a patron, thank you so much for your contributions. It means the world to me that you're helping me make this little dream come true. Please do consider going over to Steam and wishlisting the game. That would mean a lot to me. Have a wonderful day. Got a lot of texts and phone calls to make, so wish me luck. Cheers.